it's going to take a few minutes before everyone sort of gets here again. If anyone's taken note, I'm sorry, guys. So let's see if we can get this sorted. Right. So get shareable link. Okay, so okay, it's going to take a few minutes to see. Okay, so okay, so right, so let's have a look. VIP status with that's right, I hadn't looked at the message. Right, so let's look at the message from general reading, love, gifts, fine. Oh, okay, general reading. Okay, so do this. Oh my God, finally sorted. Right, let's get some light in here. Okay, I've got New York Finest's question, so I'm all good there to do. So sorry, yeah, the power tripped. So just give me a minute. Okay. Okay, new stream. Oops. I got a question. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, so I'm just waiting for. Oh, Caitlin wanted off the list. Oh, okay. So Sid didn't need a reading. Okay, she's no worries. I could have just done it and she could have clicked back later. But if you've got anyone's questions, I've got right. Let me get back into being sorted. Okay. Sorry, power tripped. Sorry, power tripped, Caitlin. So If you've got anyone, I've got New York Finest's question. So let me just type this in. Oh, shoot, I did it again. Okay, New York Finest. That's all right, no worries. Okay, no worries. If whoever comes in, I'm just going to cruise for a bit. I'm sorry I had my power tripped. It actually had nothing to do with the internet this time. It was the power. So let's do New York Finest. Right, so let me get back into doing that. Let's get their question. Okay, I've got New Finest's question. So let's do this with her donation, with Tasia's donation. New York Finest's donation. Right. That's okay, Caitlin. No worries. No worries. No worries at all. Just whoever pops back in. So pleased I finally sorted it out. But anyway, let's do New York Finest. And let's get the Goddess Power. This one. Right. No biggie. Whoever comes in, we'll just start again. That's all right. No problem at all. Oh, Sid, your meeting was cancelled. Oh, you're back in time, Sid. Brilliant. Look, I'm not in any particular stress about it. Sorry, my power tripped. It was actually had nothing to do with the internet. It was the power. So whoever comes back in for the readings, no worries. I'll just do New York Finest, and then as that's the donation. Oh, my power totally tripped. I tripped my power. I think I left my heater on for too long. And I forgot to turn it off. And after a while, it sort of trips. Yeah, when you live in remember, it's just a camping, it's just camp. And I just don't think the power sort of takes, if you leave anything on for too long, doesn't like it. I get away with my internet because that's connected to the solar. But when it's the main power, like the heater and that, if you leave anything on for too long, it doesn't like it. Right, let's do New York Finest. So whoever's here, we'll start again. Hey, hi, welcome back. Oh, is Tio not on? I wasn't sure if Tio, I don't think Tio, I know Tio's been a bit of a threat. Right, we'll try again, shall we? I just thought I'd just try and see. I'm not in any particular hurry. So, yeah, hopefully this time my power will not trip. So, it was no problem with the internet. Yep, we're the opposite. We're heater. Right, New York Finest. Let's just do New York Finest. Hopefully they'll turn up, but they're on VIP. So, whoever's here, we'll just start again. Whoever comes in. Look, if Jackie comes back, or Kay, Angela, Shirley, yep, definitely get readings. No worries at all. Otherwise, we'll just start whoever comes in. Because I'm not in any particular hurry. Now that we're sorted. Oh, we'll start again. Okay. New York Finest. Let's put a incense. Maybe that's what I need to do. Put in an incense. See if we can get some to that white sage and lavender again, I think. Just need to incense again. Oh, you're using the Light Seers Tarot, but I haven't been able to really get into that Light Seers. Didn't really interest me. Oh, that's not going to work. Need a bit more. Yeah, just scratch the whole list. Don't worry about it. Just whoever comes in. Because I just don't think my incense stick's going to work. Right. Sorry, I'm just trying to take a breath for a minute after all that running around. You can't, his lights here is quite big, Sid. You know, I just updated my libib. Yeah, Aurora said, but we'll just start again. Start fresh. Start fresh. Right, so I've just do New York Finesses and they come back. So general reading. You know, I always hold my decks like this when I shuffle, Sid. I always do them vertical. I can't do them like that. You're welcome, Bart. You're welcome. Okay, so now what to do with my glasses after all that shifting around? Oh, no. Oh, shoot. Did I leave it out in the annex? I did too. 1 minute. Oh, raining still, but sun out. Right, let's take a nice deep breath. Cardstock's too bendable. Oh, that's interesting. Right, New York Finest, general reading. Let's have a look. Queen of Wands, all about New York Passion's finest. It's all about her independence, her dynamic, her choices, of believing in oneself, which is super important here. See what cards are stalking us. That was quite interesting. So I shuffled the deck, mucked around with it for a bit, and these cards flew out. Okay, so when I was thinking about New York Finest, so we think about being, I get that sense of just having the confidence in yourself, New York Finest, having that confidence in the choices that you need to make within yourself. Here, I think you just need to be focused and organized and allowing yourself to remove any bad habits, repeated patterns that you might find yourself in. I get that sense of just being confident in who you are, allowing yourself to make the choices that you need to make. I think you're blocked from those choices. I do feel as though you're not quite able to see the world for what it, being able to see out into the world for what it needs to be. So it's really important that you're able to really be able to sort of see yourself removing any chains or bad habits that you've sort of placed on yourself, removing any bad habits or repeated patterns that you're placing on yourself, being able to sort of really sort of take care of your own well-being is really important here. Having that sense of being organized in what you think. I just get the sense of just nurturing yourself, nurturing your own well-being by just believing in who you are, being confident in who you are, being dynamic, being able to give yourself permission to make the choices that you actually need to do so that you can actually remove any sort of bad habits, repeated patterns, things that you seem to be repeating in yourself, which seems to be really important here. It's about knowing that you actually have support, alliance. It's knowing you actually have support along the way, which is really important. You're not alone during this journey. That seems really, really important here. Okay, so it is just about being confident in yourself, being able to make those choices. Know that you're actually not alone in yourself, but it's important that you remove any bad habits or repeated patterns that you find yourself doing. It is about nurturing your well-being, being able to have that sense of wholeness within yourself, balancing out yourself, being able to embrace all of who you are. So be confident, passion. It's about that independence within oneself. So that's super important, New York finest. So hopefully that helps. Okay, Sid. Whew. Oh, you got a second question? And then Sid. Okay, so let's have a look. Last question, good. Okay. Oh, card flew out. What card flew out? Wait a minute, I just got to pick it up. Cool, Sid, I just need your question. Okay, there's a lot of healing taking place. Okay? Six of Swords tells us that you're moving into smoother waters. Okay? It's just about letting it go, letting it be, it just allowing it to flow. It's about the wisdom that you gain from the situation. Okay? It's about looking at the lessons learned, the wisdom gained, the opportunities that arises. Does bring you hope, does allow you to see the light out of the darkness. Okay? There is hope. There's a wish fulfilled. It does feel like things are going to move in the right direction, but you got to let things flow. Okay? You do have to let things flow. You do have to shift, allow that shifting. Oh, good, Shirley, you're back. And Leah, yep, welcome, welcome. Yeah, power tripped, Shirley, power tripped. So it's all good. Okay, Caitlin, so important, allow the healing to take place, allow things to sort of move and flow naturally, allow things to just be, know that you've gained wisdom from the situation, and you know there's always going to be hope. There's always going to be that light in the darkness. There's always going to be a wish fulfilled in some way. So just allow things to flow naturally, allow things to heal. Okay, super important there. Okay, so questions. So Sid's question was about your spirituality, Sid. General advice from Spirit. Oh, in regards to your new channel. Okay, general advice from Spirit in regards to your new channel. Okay. So Sid is one of my Ko-Fi members. So for as little as $1 a month, you can get lots of bonus. Don't forget, you can get discounts if you're a member of my Ko-Fi family. There is discount, 35% discount off the services. For as little as $1 a month, you then get 35% off the services. There's downloads. There's exclusive content. There's previews. So don't forget, for as little as $1 a month. Okay, so general advice. Okay, general advice from Spirit about the new channel. Okay, Sid. Whoa! Okay, this is the card that stood out. Was 8 of Cups. Okay, there's some things that you sort of need to walk into. I'm not just getting things being left behind, but it does tell me that you're walking into something better. Okay, with your new channel, you're walking into something better. And the reason why I say that is because it's the first card. So I feel like you're walking into something better with it. I do feel like you're walking into something better here, Sid. See, cards that stalk us, don't they? You get this Queen of Passion. I do feel like there's this, be confident in your channel. I do feel like you're walking into new beginnings, new possibilities, new love. Does feel very positive here, Sid, with your channel. It's all about your passion. It's all about what your energy's about, your spirituality, what you're sort of creating. Okay, so it's all about your passion. It's all about what interests you. That's what's really important. That's what's going to bring that sense of new beginnings, Sid. And that was interesting because 3 cards just flew out with Ace of Pentacles with the word beginning, Page of Cups with creativity, and the Emperor with Mart, with authority, being, all about, what your knowledge. Make sure you've read the description box down below, guys, and think about, you don't want to intrude in someone else's thoughts, even if you want to know what they think about you. Remember, you're sort of intruding in their thoughts, their opinions. So think about, what do you need to know about the situation, the connection? What's the benefit of this relationship for you? Remember, just because someone could be thinking, what they're thinking, it may not be good for you to know. So just remember that. Okay, Sid, generally it's very much about your knowledge. I do feel like you're sharing your knowledge here. Okay, Sid. So that's really important here. So you're thinking about, your knowledge that you got, your authoritative, you're that sense of you control your channel, basically. Hi, Becca Boo, you're back. Brilliant. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, my power tripped. I had a trippy power. I left my heater on for too long and it tripped it. And I was in panic stations. I had to run around. Oh, your chat was blocking you? Shouldn't be blocking you. Oh, God. YouTube. What's going on? Okay. So, yeah, hopefully that helps. I think it was your side. Okay. Right. Let's take a nice deep breath, everybody. I want you all just to take a nice deep breath. Let's get some clearing energy through. Okay. Oh, okay, Sid. Gotcha. Just clearing the energy. Okay, so I want you guys to take a moment to really think about your question. Right. Let's take a nice deep breath. Okay, so questions. So who am I doing? There goes my theory. Sid, funny. It was very strange. Right. Okay. So YouTube was having a meltdown, as we do. Right. Let's have a nice deep think about who's next on the question. Okay. So we've got Jackie, Kay, Angela, Shirley, and then the new list is Leah. Okay. Gotcha. So, Leah, you are on the list. Oh, and Becca Boo too. Mustn't forget Becca Boo. Okay, guys, so let's just take a little bit of a moment to sort of think about Shirley. Now, let's think about your question. What do you need to know about the connection or next? So what do you need to know about the next actions? Let's put it this way. Okay, Shirley, I've got you. So what do you need to know about in the connection? What does he need? What do you need to know about what he wants? Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so we want to know about the connection. We want to know what's important for you to know about, what's the benefit for you in this relationship? What does he actually want out of it? Yeah, let's have a look and see what we get. Remember, we're only doing 2 cards, Shirley. We're only doing 2 cards. So if you want any more information, don't forget to thing. So we're just getting what your spirit guide needs to know. Let me just get a minute to really sort of focus. Okay, so what do you need to know about this connection? What's important to it? What's of value to your journey in regards to this situation? And just remember, just when sometimes good things in life, you know, what we perceive as good may not. So what's hidden as well? Maybe we need to look at what's hidden in this relationship as well. Let's have a look and see what we get. Okay, so I'm going to spread out the cards this way. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so no idea what cards I'll pick. Just give us a second. Okay, the first card we're looking at 10 of Wands. Okay, it's going to be a relationship that weighs you both. It feels like there's a lot of weighing down. There's a lot of burdens in this relationship. There are going to be a lot of challenges. It's going to be something that you're going to have to push through. There is something, there's going to be a lot of challenges in this relationship. Okay, it is a relationship that's going to be full of challenges. It is going to weigh you down. It is going to be quite a heavy relationship. So just remember that. Oh, there's a lot of hidden stuff. There's a lot of illusion to this relationship. Surely there's a lot of, you need to know that there is a lot of illusion in this relationship. There's a lot of things that need to be dived deeply into. I think there's a lack of communication. There's a need to communicate in this relationship. So I think it's very important for you to really look at the facts. I think there's a lot of hidden stuff below the relationship. There's going to be a lot of challenges. Thanks, Caitlin. So I think that's really important, Shirley, that it's going to be there's a lot of challenges to this relationship. It does feel like there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to weigh you down very heavy. Okay, there's going to be something you're going to have to really push through. I do feel like there's going to be a lack of communication. There's a lot of stuff that's hidden that needs to be brought out into the open. There's a lot of stuff that's being afraid. That there might be a lot of stuff that's below the surface that needs to be looked at. There's a lot of, it just feels very heavy relationship. I think there's a lot of challenges to it. I think there's a real need to communicate with this. I think there's a lot of stuff that you need to deep dive into. Okay, I think there's a lot of stuff that you need to deep dive into with this relationship. Feels like there's a lot of stuff that you need to push forward. It's going to take a very strong commitment to this relationship. And I just don't feel it. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's weighing you down. Okay, I think there's a lot of stuff weighing you down. I think there's a lot of stuff that needs to be looked at there. Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff that needs to be dealt with and pushed through. It's a lot of work. Yes, it's a relationship that's going to be a lot of work. A lot of stuff that needs to be faced. A lot of stuff that needs to be, like, you got the moon card there, and the moon card is very much about the unconscious. Okay, so it's very much about what's hidden that needs to come out. It can also be about what are you afraid to face in regards to the relationship with him, and I think that could be what's hidden. So yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff that triggers you with this relationship. So it might be something that you need to work on personally for yourself. Right. So question. So have I got Becca Boo's question? And if not, I will do Leah's. So Becca Boo, just need your question if you want a question. So Jackie K, Angela, and Becca Boo, if you've got a question, yep, and I'll do Leah. So Leah's question. Oh, I went past it. Yeah, I think it's a relationship that's going to be very challenging for you, Shirley. And I don't know if you deserve to be treated that way. You know, I don't feel like you need to be treated that way. So I think there's a lot of stuff you might need to. Okay, Becca Boo, I'll do that next for you. Okay, Leah, advice for the week ahead. Okay, so what does Leah need to know right now? Whoa! This flew out. The Sun card. Okay, so what does the Sun have to say? Joy. It's all about being in the moment, finding your own happiness, Leah. It's all about having some fun. I feel like it's about spending some time outside, being with those that give you joy, and doing that sort of stuff. Okay, so 9 of Pentacles. It does feel like it's a gain prosperity, and I'm not talking about finances here for you, Leah. It really is about having that abundance. Sorry, I've got to move this light. It shines a bit too bright on these cards. Hope that's not too dark. I'm trying to find a balance. Yeah. Oh, hi, crafty lady. How are you? Oh, brilliant. So I'll take over from T.O. if T.O.'s not, because T.O. is obviously not on. He must be resting or having a date, must be resting or something. Right. Okay, so Leah, it's about finding your joy, your abundance, your prosperity. But I'm not talking about finances here. I'm talking about an inner peace, a bliss. This is where you need to sort of come from. This is what's going to be really important for you, to find what gives you that joy, that gets you up in the morning. Okay, so super, super important for you, Leah, to really focus on your joy. What gives you that wake up in the morning energy, that vibration? Okay, so super important there to have that joy, that peace. That's what you've got to focus on this week. Okay, so for those that don't know, I'm using the another Jane Wallace deck, the Mythic Goddess Tarot. Take care, Sid. Thanks for being online. Thanks for joining me a few times. Finally got there. Okay, so for those that don't know, I'm using the Mythic Goddess Tarot, new deck. Wanted to sort of get to know it a little bit better, that sort of thing. Make sure you've read the description box down below. Gives you all the details. And as I've had to restart the stream a little few times because of internet, and then I tripped my power because I left my heater on for too long. So yes, this is another Jane Wallace deck. I've got most of them now. I'm just waiting for the lunar moon one to come out in October. Right, so questions. Let's have a look. We're up to Becca Boo, right? So everybody's just joining it. Yeah, just join in as I'm just cruising, as there's no TO, so I'm just going to carry on. So Becca Boo, what's your question? I've got that here. So Right. What does Spirit want you to know for today, Becca Boo? Let's have a look. Now, for those that don't know, I'm just going to do I do 2 cards in the reading. If you want any more information with your reading, or you want a little bit more cards, don't forget to check out the description box down below. I'm sorry I haven't pinned a list. I haven't pinned it today because of I've had to restart the stream a few times. But as TO's not on, I'll sort of carry on here. So there are free readings for the moment. Because I started again a free list. So, yeah. So, Crafty Lady, if you can pop in your question if you've got a question. Okay, so what does Spirit want Becca Boo to know today? Let's have a look. What's important for you today? Ooh. Okay. These 2 cards. What have I got? Interesting. Okay, we've got Knight of Pentacles. It's all about what you want to manifest. What do you want to bring into your life in a way? What do you want to bring into your life? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to have? That sense of harmony in your well-being is super important. Making sure that you give as much as you receive as much as you give, should I say. You know, I do feel like you're someone who gives a lot. To make sure that you receive as well is super important here. Very, very important to have that manifesting. And now why did I say harmony? I said Knight of Pentacles here, about moving forward slowly in that. And I've got the 6 of Pentacles, which is I said why I said about the harmony and all that sort of stuff. Oh no, only Ko-Fi. Now Ko-Fi gives you both PayPal and Stripe. And with Stripe, it's all about Google Pay, cards, and all that sort of stuff as well. No, being in New Zealand, I can't do Venmo. In New Zealand, we're a little bit restricted with what we can do. You've got to have an American address. Okay, so Becca Boo. Really important for you here to have that sense of what do you want to manifest, and it's going to take some time. It's going to be quite a slow journey. Remember to stay earth, as I said, stay grounded, to get a clear head so that you can make sure that you're receiving as much as you're giving out. Super, super important here. Okay, so if you want to expand on that, Becca Boo, let me know if you don't, when you donate or anything, whatever you do. Sorry, I don't have Venmo or Cash App or any of those other things. Being in New Zealand, we're a little bit more restricted, so I can really only go with either PayPal or go with Stripe. Now, Stripe does do all the credit, all the cards. All your credit cards and things like that. It does give you that alternative. Apple Pay and that does do those alternatives. Google and all that sort of Google Pay or whatever it is, Apple Pay and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so hopefully you sort of think about making sure that it's like you want to manifest what you want. No, it's a slow journey. Make sure you stay grounded is super important here. Allow yourself to have that sense of receiving as much as you're giving out. So I think you need to make sure that you are okay at receiving. So hopefully that sort of gives you a bit of a clue there in what you need to sort of focus on. It's going to be quite a slow journey. It's not something that's going to be rushed. It is about that sense of moving forward in your well-being is what I'm getting here. More about the well-being more than just the finances. It's more about your sense of inner health, if you like, your inner health, your inner well-being is what I'm getting more here than finances. Inner self-work. That's interesting that came up. Okay, crafty lady. So if I miss anyone, please let me know. Okay, so crafty lady's question is, got it here. You're welcome, Becca Boo. You're welcome. You've been in hermit mode, so inner work's been really, so your well-being, your inner health is so important for you right now. And that's good that you're doing that, making sure you receive as much as you're giving out. You're doing that hermit mode, which is important. It's a confirmation for you that that's valuable to your journey. Okay, so crafty lady, you've hit a wall at work. Should you be doing anything special? Yeah. Okay, so you've hit a wall at work. How can you move ahead? What do you need to know? How do you move ahead at work? How do you move ahead at work? How does crafty lady move ahead at work? How can you move ahead at work? What can you do to move ahead? Oh, gee, someone just pulled a card out. Let's have a look. Okay, what did I get? Wow. First thing I get here with the Two of Wands is all about knowing your own self-worth. Okay, that's the key word here, and it seems really important. Firstly, you need to know your self-worth in regards to work. You have to know your own value. Okay, and that's going to allow you, I just get that world's your oyster, anything's absolutely possible, and you've got to know that within yourself, crafty lady. Okay, so know your self-worth. That's the biggest thing here. And look at your options, your choices that lie ahead for you. Okay, that's number one. Woo! Interesting. I get the Chariot with Diana. Okay, so I'm going to have a look at see what Diana actually says. And we know the Chariot is normally about success, triumphs, that direction you're moving into. Yeah. But I also get the sense of you being pulled in different directions. And it's interesting with the twos here. It's about important to find that sense of balance. I do feel like you're being pulled in different directions here. So I think if you can make a clear decision about the direction you actually want to move into, I do feel, yes, goddess of the hunt. I do feel like you're hunting, you're seeking for a new direction. Okay, I feel like you need to focus your direction in the direction you're going in. I get a sense of you being pulled in different directions, and you need to bring your focus in clearly. So know what you're worth at work. Know what you're worth is super important here. Okay, and so you have that sense of being able to focus the direction that you're actually going into, so you don't feel like you're being split. Okay, I do feel like you're being pulled in different directions, and you've got to sort of focus so you're moving in the right direction. So let's have a look and see what Diana actually says with justice, with the Chariot. Sorry, with the Chariot. Okay, so let's have a look at Diana. The Roman goddess Diana is a huntress. Her words are determination, willpower, and direction. Known as a rebel goddess with a spirit of independence, Diana was associated with slaves, immigrants, and those living on the margins. Do you feel like you're a bit of a slave at work? Do you feel like you can be feeling like you're a bit of a slave at work in some way? And those living on the margin of society. The fact that she didn't have it easy from the start could explain this kinship. Diana was born after the god Zeus took advantage of her mother, Leto, leaving her pregnant with twins. Zeus's wife, Hera, cursed Leto so that no hand or sea, no place under the sun, would give her a place to rest and give birth. By chance, Leto's sister's Ortega has been turned into a floating island that rose above the sun. This loophole offered sanctuary. A floating island was neither land nor sea. Leto gave birth to Diana smoothly, but Apollo, her twin, caused her terrible labor pains. It was up to infant Diana to act as a midwife to her own brother. I have the power. No obstacles can stop me. Oh, that's good. No boss. Oh, that's good. Best boss. Maybe it's just the scattered energy then. That feeling of just needing to be focused. Now, when I'm talking about being a slave, I don't mean necessarily that you feel, I just feel like maybe you feel like you're doing everything you can to satisfy the boss. No, luckily, best boss. I'm just not sure. I'm just getting that sense of maybe it's maybe it's the scattered energy that's coming through. Oh, could be to do with the health, yeah, could be. Wanting to, if you know, oh, okay, wanting to do more of a slave to your health. You're on your fourth attempt, same task, can't make the day. Yeah, so not necessarily to do with the boss, it's like the work energy. Okay, got you. You can't make the data make sense. So isn't it interesting how the symbology that comes through is not always literal? So you're a slave to the task. Okay. So you just got to get that focus, get that clarity that you need. You're stuck in bed with pain as well. That can be part of it too. If you can't, that could be part of the not being able to focus. It can be so symbolic when we're talking about slave to the pain, and that can stop you from getting clarity. Slave to the bed, yes, Beckaboo, totally. You know, we can get these keywords that come in these feelings, but they can be so symbolic that sometimes we can't quite see. So yeah, could be because of the pain. That might be why you can't. The data doesn't make sense because you're slave to the bed, slave to the pain. Yeah. So that's where you've got to get your focus, your clarity. So maybe there's something to do with your health that you need to take care of first. Take care of your health. Get that taken care of, and then everything will start to flow in the right direction. So there's always underlining stuff, crafty lady. And I love that, being able to sort of get it a little deeper. Slave to the wage in my head, run away from all your boredom, run away from all your freedom. Away from worries and yeah, but if you're in pain, if you're in with the bed, that will stop your focus. That will why you might feel a little scattered. So you might be really important for you right now to take care of your health, your well-being, your energy, and that's going to help the focus come through, crafty lady. So quite interesting. Oh, you got back surgery. Oh my God, I know what back if you've got back pain. So if you've got back pain, it's going to stop your concentration completely, crafty lady. Yeah, lots of stuff to sort of think about there. I'm just getting a lot of healing. Yeah, you see, you got the green here with the healing, the knowledge with the third eye and stuff coming in, that awareness, self-awareness, that connection to the divine, all those things sort of come in is really important. That hunting energy. Yeah. When you're in pain like you are, it can make everything so difficult. So interesting. Interesting indeed. So yeah, there's some real stuff to really think about. It's one thing with the cards, they have so many layers. You know, it's not just that keyword. There's so many layers to the cards, and that's what I love about tarot, is they give you the meanings, but then it gives you many, many layers. So yeah. So hopefully, so I don't know if there was anyone else that wanted a reading. Yeah, definitely rewatch. Oh, I'm just going to sit here for a minute, just take a nice deep breath. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is, while we're waiting, while we're cruising, I'm just going to do a bit of a collective reading. Okay, so let's have a look at captions. Let's have a look at collective. Did I put it in here? Oh no, maybe I didn't. Oh yes, I did. Collective reading. Okay, so as a collective, if any of you guys are readers, if you want to pull a card, go for it. If you want to pull a card for the collective, pull a card and let me know what the card is in the chat, and I'll put it, and what your message is in regards to that. Do your own, what's the message that you get for the collective. So if you do a reading for the collective, just pop it in chat. Love to know what everybody gets, and then we can sort of combine what goes to, and how it goes together or whatever, So let me have a look. I'm going to use the Native American Oracle. This is a deck that I've been working on for the last 3 days. So what I've been doing is I've got one keyword for each card. That's how I've learnt the cards, by doing one keyword, because they don't have anything on them. No titles, nothing on them. So okay, peekaboo, no worries. So if anyone's a reader and wants to throw in a oracle reading or a tarot reading, whatever you want to do, whatever you want. Leninmand, you drew the chariot. Crafty lady, I love it. It's all about direction. It's all about focus. It's all about success, victory, triumphs in the moment, the direction you're moving into. Oh my God. Oh, okay. I got feather with communication. It's all about how we communicate. Communicating clearly. Okay, second card was totem, which is all about belonging. So we communicate with those that we feel connected to. Communicating with those that we feel connected to, that we belong, that we can be a community. Can you say strong? Yeah. Oh, I love it, crafty lady. I love it. Oh, what's this Caitlin, I got Widow Von Du song. Yes, B. I might be in my head. I'm in outer space. You're not even in orbit. Ooh. What does that mean to you, Caitlin? What does that actually mean to you when you're saying that? As a collective, we communicate with those that we belong to, that we're connected to, but there is a separation. Ooh, there may be some people that we're separated from in that community that we want to communicate with. We may feel a bit separated from them. Ooh, it's interesting. I feel like, that we're communicating with those that we belong to, that we're in the community with, but there's somebody that we might feel disconnected with, we feel separated from. And so it's all about again, you get that, this is a heavens card, so it's all about that destiny, the sense of again, you get that sense of orbit. That's quite interesting. That our heavens, our space. Yeah, maybe we're separating from people. We're communicating with those that we're connected with. Again, you got with the Chariot, you got that sense of direction, that focus is really important, the successes we want. And so we're separating from those that are not in our space. Separating from those that are not in our orbit, not in our thing. So that we can grow and develop with evolution here. This is evolution, that growing, that developing, that moving on, that expanding horizons. So to expand our horizons, there are some people that we may disconnect from, and that's okay, because it's all about the direction that we're moving into, to have the success that we want, to have that sense of, we're balancing ourselves out. We're getting away from undeserving energies. You're right. Yeah. So there is a separation from some people, but it allows us to be with people that we grow and develop with. Wow, what an interesting message when you get all this through, even with the Chariot here, with that being very strong message there for Crafty Lady. And then with Caitlin getting this song here, and with her meaning. Sorry, I've done that. Yeah, I love it. I love doing stuff like this. I love this interaction with you guys, to get your thoughts, your opinions, what cards have you drawn, and, hi Kay, how are you? Right. Sorry, I tripped last time. So my power tripped. Sorry, I didn't trip. My power tripped. So yeah, if you've got a question, go ahead and ask it. We were just doing an exercise where we all chose for a collective reading, and it was very interesting. Yeah, I love doing these Crafty Lady. I love doing this interaction where you choose different, each of us choose different cards, or whether it's 1 card, 2 cards, 3, whatever you get, and then or message you get, and let's put it together and let's see what it means overall. So I love doing that as a collective. I reckon that's brilliant. So yeah, basically with that, I think with Caitlin's message there, the cards, and your directional card, Crafty Lady, was the Chariot. I think that was very important. It's all about the direction we choose to move in, to the development, the determination, the willpower, the sense of victory, success that we want in our life. all do with that direction, is all about communicating clearly with those that we want to. Even though we're separating from some people in our community, we might be separating, disconnecting from some people in our own community, and so that we can grow and develop in our own space. So, Becca Boo, did you get a card? Did you do a card in regards to our collective reading? Did you do a card for the collective reading? Ooh, interesting. Interesting question, Kay. Ooh, dreams. Okay. Right. So we've done that. So we're just waiting to see if Becca Boo did a card for the collective. Oh, yeah, you need to pull a card. Pull a card for the collective and let's see what you get. While I do Kay's pull a card for the collective. You don't have to, but you don't have to really, but I was just saying if you want to pull a card. You don't have to pull a card, only if you wanted to. I was just teasing you. Right. You don't have to pull a card, but it's always good to sort of see what the collective energy is about. But anyway, Kay, let's have a look. Just give me a minute to focus. Let's clear that energy. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to throw the... Okay. I'm going to ring the bell. So just take a minute, take a breath. Okay, so we're dealing with dream energy. Okay. Oh, thanks, Becca Boo. Thanks for doing the dong. Brilliant. Clears the energy. Putting all that vibration in. Right. Kay's had a dream about a gypsy-looking woman who helped her. She saw elephants in the dream, and it reminded her of India. So how is she actually connected? Let's have a look. Wow, crafty lady, that's interesting. Blockages clearing that you didn't know. Okay, so how are you actually connected, Kay? Let's have a look. Okay, this card here is... Oh, these two here are popping out. What have I got? Wow. Dumavati, the Hanged Man. The sense of surrendering. Look at things from different perspectives. Looking outside the box. I feel like you're in limbo at the moment. You're feeling like you're in limbo. Now, I actually want to read this because before I do the next card, I actually feel like this is really important here. I get that sense of Dumavati, the Hanged Man. Okay, so let's have a look and see. I just want to read what she says. Chills, right. So let's have a look here at the Hanged Man. Okay, letting go, new perspectives and stars. Okay, known as the Smoky One, the Indian goddess Dumavati is a widow, the matron of the marginalized and of those who have regrets. Legend has it she originated when Sati, the first wife of Lord Shiva, one of the most important gods of Hinduism, was hungry and left unfed. Sati was so famished that she devoured her husband. Once she had swallowed her husband, he was furious and asked to be let out. She did so, but Shiva still cursed her to undergo the path of being a widow. Suddenly, smoke emitted from her body and enveloped her, and she became Dhumavati, the crone-like goddess. She separated from her husband and went on to live a hermit-like existence. Stillness grants perspective. So what do you think, Kay? Okay, when you're talking about your connection, very interesting that we get Dhumavati. Okay, the wife of Shiva, all about looking at things from different perspectives. Now, the second card we get was Mat with the Emperor, about being in control, being the leader, being the sense of being an authoritative figure in the way that you do your life. You're sensing a familial. Wow, that's really interesting here. So Dhumavati. So you're looking at things from a different perspective, okay? And it's important that you get that sense of being in control, being the I feel like it's about looking outside of the box, sort of, so to speak, looking outside of the square. I know you might feel like you're in limbo sometimes. You know, you might feel as though things are not quite moving. You're stagnant. Strength and the Star, the Pulpules. That's interesting, Becca Boo. The Strength and the Star, finding one's own strength to see the light out of the darkness. What sort of messages do you get from that, Becca Boo? So yeah, I very much, Kay, I get this thing about this connection to India, very much so with Dhumavati, having that sense of looking at things from a different perspective, looking outside of the box, being able to sort of surrender to the acknowledgement of what you're feeling. Okay, I get that sense of acknowledging that and that thing. And that's interesting because as I look in the card, I sort of see this as clearing away the smoke sort of dissipating, like that fogginess. It's about finding a sense of clarity and enlightenment and understanding of what's going on in this dream state, this foggy state. So it's very important that you have that sense of being in control, acknowledging your knowledge is what I want to say. So with the Emperor card here, and I also get that sense of, with Mart, she's getting a lot about weighing your heart, right? Do you weigh your heart constantly? It's like you're that give and take, like you're giving so much and then you pull back, and then and then that whole give and take stuff, Kay. Now, when you're talking about mothering, a mother can be so many extents. A mother to animals, a mother to the community. That sense of mothering can be not just physical children. Okay, mothering can be animals, children, not just children, and children that are not yours. They could be the community. It's where you give. Used to dwell on giving. You give. Okay. So yeah, very, very important here to look at how much you're giving. Really important here. Yeah, I'm getting a lot about that. That's interesting. So I get that sense of like being a provider as well with the Emperor. Emperor is someone who provides for the community, provides for everybody. Hey, wait a minute. Take a moment. Oh, the elephant is protection, giving, and loving. So maybe there's a need to protect oneself. So I think, Kay, if you're someone who gives a lot, you've got to have that sense of, you know, even with the provider card. That's interesting with the elephant. That was interesting with the giving and thing. So it could be that you give so much of yourself, and that can be with the Emperor as well. The Emperor in more of a father figure, like you're the provider, you give, not necessarily like as a mother, but you're somebody who gives. So maybe there's a sense of pulling it back a little bit and be a little bit more maybe pull back a little bit from, make sure you protect yourself, put it that way. Make sure you protect yourself. I think that's very important. Okay. So it could be a reference to you that you give so much of yourself away. There's a need to sort of pull back a little bit, a need to sort of hold on to yourself a little bit. Because things can be quite symbolic. Oh no, Beekaboo, it's when Jackie, Caitlin, and myself, we're the triple daughters. We do a live on your Saturday, my Sunday, your Saturday, at the normal time, which is 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. But on a Saturday, your Saturday, and we'll do like a chat and that. No, you won't find us because it's just on we collaborate. What we do, Beekaboo, is we pull a card each for each person. So hopefully that helped you, Kay. Sorry, we're in the middle of another conversation. Triple daughters aren't. We haven't done anything on IG. Okay. So, Beekaboo, what we do is we pull a oracle card each. So each of us will pull a triple daughter. When we do our collabs on Saturday, 5 p.m., we're always looking for guests. So now that we're sort of getting ourselves sorted, I know we had StreamYard, but I've been having trouble with StreamYard for some reason. But what we do is we pull a card each for the person, and then we read that card, and then we put all the cards together. So when there's 4 of us, Beekaboo, you can have a look at some of our lives that we did with Andrew and Susie. So what we do is we pull a card each. So there would be 4 of us on. We pull a card each, and then the person gets a reading from 4 cards. And then what we do is if anyone wants anything more than the 4 cards, then they've got to donate. And then I split the donations between everybody. Thanks, Caitlin. That's muchly appreciated for the Instagram, and then we can always chat and organise a Saturday that suits. We must sort of start getting back into doing that, having a start getting a Saturday that suits you guys and start getting back into doing those lives again. Okay, so that's what we do, Becca Boo. So yeah, so any readers that want to be included, please give us a DM and let me know that you're interested, and so that we can start organizing these collaborations where we do a card each. And like for that, I got Mama Killer with the moon card, all about that sense of unknown, nurturing energy and working with the unconscious energy. That's what I just got with that there. All about the cycles, working with the phases of the cycle, not just having a cycle, but working with each stage as you go along. So it seems to be quite important there. So I'm just flipping around. So I don't know if anybody else wants a reading. So Kay, yeah, I think it's important that you find your balance. Find your balance. Super important there. Stay protected. You're welcome, crafty lady. You're welcome. I'm pleased you found it informative. Hey, look, if anyone wants to collab with me at any time, you know, it doesn't necessarily need to be a Saturday. It can be any day you want. If you just want to say, hey, Paula, let's collab. Hey, Becca Boo, if you want to collab with me at any time, just come ahead and go for it. You know, you guys okay? If you want any reader, if you want to collab with me, if you want to just have a chat and a collab any day of the week, you know, go for it. You know, no big deal. Crafty lady, if you want to come in for a collab at any time, just give us a yell. You know, I'm always happy to collab with everybody. Collab. I love getting to know you guys and enjoying, you know, your reading styles. I love that we all read differently. You know, this is the thing with tarot and oracle and Lenormand or Kipper or Sibylla or playing cards or runes, I Ching, whatever you want to read with, whatever tools you have. If you want to collab with me, you know, anyone wants to collaboration. If anyone wants to come in and have a chat and everything. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Becca Booth. That's great. Yeah. So DM me, just say, hey, I'm free on such and such a day. Does that suit you? Let's collab. Any day of the week, I can collab. You just give me a yell if you want to have a chat. You know, I'll have you on as a gift. Yeah, me too. Yeah. If you want to have a crafty lady, if you want to come in, if you want to come and have a chat, collaboration, come in and have a share. Yeah, I love learning other perspectives on cards. Yeah, I love it too. I love how we all read differently, and there's no each card has so many layers to it. You know, there's so many layers to our tarot cards or oracle cards, runes. You know, there's so many different ways that you read Lenormand, Kipper, Sibylla, playing cards. There's so many different methods and so many different ways to read the cards or any tools, because there's always, depending on what your school of thought is, to how you use them. So yeah, if anyone wants to collab, Crafty Lady, Kay, Becca Boo, you know, and I know Caitlin, when you get yourself sorted and you want to come back on, you know, when you say, hey, look, I'm back, let's get in to do the collabs. You know, I must get hold of Jackie and find out when she's free so we can start doing collabs again. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's just whoever is free. There's a flexibility with the lives, with the collaborations. So yeah, really, really important there, just to sort of say, you know, yeah, definitely get in touch. Don't forget, I also do gift vouchers. You've got your, when you check out on Ko-Fi, with Ko-Fi also, for as little as $1 a month, you can, for as little as $1 a month, you can be a member of my Ko-Fi, support the channel. All that sort of stuff really helps pay the bills, as we do. Definitely, definitely, definitely. So all I'm now waiting for is my tasty tarot. It's so good that it's being funded. Now it's just a couple of days to go. Oh, that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant, guys. It was great to see your cards and see the messages that came through. Oh my God, Crafty Lady, that was interesting with the you getting the chariot again. And I know you're off. You're out of here. So take care, Crafty Lady. Take care, Becca Boo. I don't know if anyone else is around. I'm just hanging for a minute. Okay, yeah. Okay, look, if you want to join me with your readings or whatever, you know, if you've got, you know, you want to join for a collab, or a chat, even if you've got a dinner. Oh, okay. Sweetheart, thank you very much. Muchly a support. Wow. Thank you, Kay. Wow, did not expect that. Muchly appreciated. Let me just to my Ko-Fi. Whoops. Interesting. Okay. You're welcome. Yep, Kay, go for it. I'm actually getting not the goddess power with this one, but more from, I'm actually going to use this one, Songs of My Heart. What did you want to know, Kay? What was going through your mind? I love this. I love this. I'm just cruising today. I'm so pleased it's finally, I figured out why my power tripped. Ooh, how's your family connected and collaborate? Ooh, interesting. Okay, let me just grab no, not that one. There we go. No, that's white. So that's not what I want. I'm actually looking for a particular white sage. That's the one I was wanting. I don't want to open up a new white sage when I've already got one. Okay, so just give me a second to have a breath. Let's have a look at this one. Let's put this incense in. I like to have the incense going. That's not going to work today. Okay. I do need to get a new incense holder. I must have a look. Okay, Caitlin, no worries. I'm just having a cruisy day today. It's one of those days when I just feel like today's a bit of a cruisy day. Oh, hello. Hello, Ultraviolet. Welcome, welcome. How are you? If you've got a question, just type in a question. I'm just doing a donation one at the moment. Your gal pals told you. Oh, wow. It's awesome to see you. Awesome to see you. Okay, so just doing Kay's question here. So if anyone wants a reading, just type it in. If you want if you want to donate, don't forget you can check things. Let me just go back to my captions. This one here. I'll put all the collab stuff together. Right, okay. So Ultraviolet, yep, a general love, right. So I'm just doing a donation one at the moment, which is Kay's reading. Now let me just have a double check on that. Just wanted to, couldn't remember. Yep, cool. Decent one there. Gotcha. Okay, Kay. What's going on? So what's your family connected with people in different... I'm trying to figure out how your family is connected with different people in different different regions and how they collaborated spiritually. Ooh, interesting. Oh, thanks, Caitlin, for that. I'm just cruising as Tio's obviously resting and taking care of himself. I hope, Ultraviolet. Hope he's taking care of himself. But I'm so excited for Tasty Tarot. Right, Kay, let's have a look. How you're trying to figure out how your family are connected with people in different regions. Okay, so how is Kay's family connected with people in different regions? Let's do that first. Let's do this here. Okay. And then the connection with the spirituality. Collaborated. And how did they collaborate? Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm going to use Songs of My Heart. Now, it's a New Zealand artist, Hand Me That Pencil, that created this oracle deck. But I just love the messages, the affirmations. So let's have a look and see what they say. Okay, so let's take a nice deep breath and let's focus. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Right. Interesting. Okay, so the first card was, how are your family connected in different regions? Okay, the first we got was 10 of Swords and spiritual wisdom with the Hierophant. That was interesting. So there was a lot of education, a lot of learning, a lot of growth, a lot of things that ended. There was a lot of shifting going on. I feel like there was a lot of things that ended in your family's life, and that's why they were connected. There's a lot of things that ended, and there was a lot of I feel like there was a lot of education. A lot of education why people are connected to different regions. A lot of it is about education, a lot of it about things ending so that things could begin again. So I feel like they shifted into new areas of life. Okay, I felt like there was a lot of travel. That was interesting. I got a lot of travel in some way. And I don't feel like it could be physical travel as well. It could be mental travel. Like in now why am I getting like astral travel? I'm getting a lot of like spiritual travel. Here, Kay. I'm getting a lot like spiritual travel, like not physical, but spiritual education. Okay, so I'm getting a lot about astral travel type of energy. Like there was a lot of mental connection. Quite interesting. Okay, so let's have a look about collaborated spiritually. And then we get Six of Swords. Okay, with Three of Swords and Queen of Wands. Okay, so we get that sense of there was movement. There was a lot of movement, mental movement. So there was a lot of, it does feel like there was that sort of travel, but I'm getting very mental travel. Okay, there was a lot of challenges, a lot of heartbreaks in the family. Okay, there was a lot of heartbreak, a lot of sorrow. Could be ships. Could be a physical, because you got the Six of Swords, right? And they're normally in Rider-Waite Smith, there is that boat that goes to unknown lands, right? So there could be that mental travel that was tricky. There was that thing. So things ended. There was that new ship, that new travel going on, and it allowed a sense of independence in a way, but a lot of bold, dynamic passion. It gave them new passions with the travel, the spirituality. So there could be a lot of movement going on here. When you got things ending, a lot of education. They learnt about stuff. They learnt that there was more to where they were. There was more to where they were. Yeah, so I do feel as though there was that sense of, there's definitely feels like there was that travel with the boat. Could be cave. So let's have a look here. Their intuition guided them. I do feel like their intuition guided them. No, Ultraviolet, you never change your name. Funny. Okay, your intuition, I felt like their intuition guided them to where they need to go. French Polynesia. That's interesting. French Polynesia. So let's have a look at the Queen of Wands. I want to have a look at see what the Queen of Wands says about her. But I do get that their intuition guided them with their travels. There it is. Let's have a look and see what Queen of Wands actually says. I just want to see if there was a bit more to the card. Throwing their souls into something. So again, you've got that spiritual energy here. Very much with the Queen of Wands about that spiritual energy. Oh, Ultraviolet, it's another deck from Jane Wallace. It's the Mythic Goddess Tarot. It's another Jane Wallace. It's a very pip deck, but they do have keywords on them. But it does give you the sort of the exploration of the goddesses in this deck. And then it just gives you a little bit more information as you go through. Now, the goddesses are really only the major arcana, of course. But yeah, I do feel like they followed their intuition. I do feel like they were very spiritual originally, your family. Definitely feel as though there was that ship, that you do have that travel with the six, it could be literal in this with the Six of Swords here. When you think about Six of Swords being in, with the Rider-Waite Smith being that sense of movement, but you also have the way that these cards are pointing forward too. These swords are pointing forward. They're not down. They're not crisscrossed in any way. Like here was that they were in conflict with the direction that they were going into. But suddenly they got a clarity. They trusted their intuition. And yes, there were some challenges, there was some conflict, but it enabled them to have that sense of leaving behind the old, moving into the new, having that sense of giving their soul to the journey. Giving their soul to the journey. I do felt like they gave them souls to the new lands that they were on. They trusted their intuition. So I do feel as though there is that sense of now let's have a look. Who was the Hierophant? Okay, let's have a look. The Hierophant was Juno. So let's have a look and see what Juno has to say. That could be quite interesting when you look at Juno. So now I said Justice earlier before, and I don't know what. No, not Justice. Who's this? Hierophant. Where have we gone? Okay, let's have a look at Juno, the Roman goddess of marriage, is the protector of the state and guardian of the tradition. Okay, so Kay, you're looking at the Hierophant, okay, Juno. The Roman goddess is the protector of the state and the guardian of tradition. She is known as the spirit of time, in charge of organizing the orderly division of time. In this capacity, she rules the menstrual cycle, the earliest calendar, matron and protector of women. Juno has the power to fulfill any request made by the devotee. Although she is often equated with the Greek goddess Hera, Juno is actually calm, regal, and serene, unlike the volatile. Okay, Hera is quite volatile. Juno is a guardian, alert for her charges' safety. She protects those that she's in charge with. Legend has it that her sacred geese gave warning to the Roman military when the Gauls tried to invade Rome. So maybe I get the feeling, okay, oh, we did have here. Oh, right. Okay, so we've got Kay. I'm getting this sense of of their lands, wherever they were originally. Okay, where your family was originally, was invaded. Okay, so to protect your people, they moved on. Okay, to protect. I feel like the lands were invaded. When I read this, I get a feeling of the lands that the family were. Yes, it's not too much goddess energy. I've got one goddess coming in here for the reading, which is Juno, and I'm getting a lot from her in regards to the energy of the guardianship, that protector energy is coming through. So I do feel as though like your people were invaded. Okay, so you get that invaded energy, and to protect your people, they had to move. That was when ending came into place. Okay, so to protect oneself, it's important to keep moving, right? And that's how they felt. They felt to get their independence, their passion in life, to give their soul, they had to move. And that was the struggles and the heartbreak. That's where you get that heartbreak. They had to leave their land because they were invaded. Okay, they were invaded. And so to trust their intuition, they had to move. Your family, your people, your ancestors had to move on because their lands were being invaded. That's what I feel like with when I'm getting this, when I'm reading this card. You know, the education. They learned that if they stayed still for too long, which is why you might have got that Romany gypsy type of feeling before, okay? The traveling energy. The gypsy, you got in your dream, you got that gypsy energy, that traveling energy with the elephants traveling as well, that protective energy, being the protector, traveling forward. It all starting to tie into place with your traveling, with the gypsy. Yeah, secrecy back then, things hidden. Yeah. Yeah. But I do feel as though there was that sense with the Hierophant here. You have that sense of guardianship, that protector, that sense of moving on from the from where you need to be. And that's why I think the gypsy might have come in, Kay, as well. That traveling energy, that Romany type of energy, that elephant moving on, and which is why you got that India. I think they were very traveling sort of people. Interesting. Okay. So that was quite a lot that came through then. Whew. Right. Let's have a look. Ultraviolet. What's your question? So ultraviolet. Did you have a question? Oh, love life general. Okay. So let's do what's going on with your love life. Oh. Why family has certain last name. Interesting. Just a general love? Okay, ultraviolet. Let's do that. So ultraviolet. Let's have a... Whoa! As soon as I said that, whoa. Okay, let me just pick up this card that fell. Let's have a look. Vikings travel. True. Vikings do travel. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, lots of that. Yeah, lots of that north energy. Okay, so what flew out for you, Ultra Morgan? Let's have a look. Ultraviolet. Okay, first we got 9 of Cups. That's the first one that came up. So it's contentment. It's happiness. It's that joy. It feels like a wish fulfilled. Even though there's things that are going on behind the background. Oh, take care, Kay. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate it. So ultraviolet, let's have a look. So generally, we're looking at your wish being fulfilled, even though there might be things going on behind the background. It does feel like everything sort of comes together with love. Okay, that's the first card. Now, we've got Queen of Pentacles here, which has got that unifying energy. So it feels like there's that well-being, that nurturing the well-being energy coming in regards to the relationship, in regards to the love, because that's what we're focusing on. You've got your wish fulfilled. You've got everything feels like it's coming together. It feels like it's unifying. The love is unifying. It's coming together on many levels, even though things might be happening behind the scenes. There's still that love. There is still that unifying energy. Whew, interesting. Okay, Knight of Pentacles with that slow journey, that sense of, I know it says about manifesting what you want. You've got a lot of pentacles, so it's a very so I do get a sense of nurturing energy. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. You can't see the people in the list. You're fine. Don't worry too much about it, Caitlin. You've done really well with what you've done. There's nobody else here, I don't think. I think we're pretty quiet. I think it's just ultraviolet, really. Jackie and Angela, they obviously got busy, did other things. There's nobody else around at this time. There's no one else here, so you're fine. I can't see the list of anyone else. There's no one else here. So I think we're all good. So ultraviolet. Okay, so very much about that sense of well-being, right? I do feel like though no, it's not power. Oh, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let me just no audio. Oh. Okay, is the audio back on? Is the audio back on? Yes, 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 yes. Seems to be okay. Video seems all right. Okay. Oh, okay. Good, you can hear me okay. Okay, so I'm just going to pop out this chat here so I can see because my... Okay, let's pop out the chat. Let's get back into stream. Okay, YouTube chat. For some reason. Okay. Right. Cool. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit... I have to go through this way. Okay. For some reason, I can't do anything with my chat. So your general love reading. Right. Basically, it's very much about your nurturing the well-being of the relationship, manifesting, even when things are going behind the scenes, things are happening behind the scenes, does feel like with the relationship that everything is on a slow journey. It's not something that can be rushed. It's all about manifesting what you want in the relationship, which is super important. Now, the last card I get here was Ace of Swords. So communication is going to be super important in the relationship as well. Now, the reason why you got 4 cards ultraviolet, even though I normally only do 2, is because that's what flew out and it seemed important. So basically, super important ultraviolet. I do feel like it's about communication, being able to have the new ideas, the new abilities, but it is going to be a long journey with the relationship. It is quite long. Again, you've got that with the Knight of Pentacles. You've got someone who's sort of down to earth. You've got that sort of, yes, they flew out. So that's why you got the 4 cards, and that's why I'm doing this way. But yeah, basically you've got that sense of, you've got Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. I got that sort of this energy that's quite young. Virgo, yes, very Virgo energy, very earthy, down to earth type of energy, very long term, to the point. I think it's very much about that sense of, and you're that nurturing, that kind energy as well, coming into the relationship. And I do feel like this communication is so valuable to your journey. That's really important, and that's going to create that clarity. Make sure you've got no confusion to it. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I've had to go through and pop out the chat for YouTube, so I don't know how I'm going to get rid of this. Oh, YouTube's been playing funny buggers today, I think. And I've totally lost my so I don't know why, but the chat for okay. Let's get back here. Right. Oh, there are no goddesses in this reading. They didn't give me any goddess for you. So can we get a goddess for ultraviolet? Let's see if a goddess can come out. There's no goddess for you today. No goddess energy. Let's see. Nope. Oh, yes. No, there's no goddess in the court cards either. It's just the major arcana. But I pulled out, and guess what? You got Durmavati too. I think the Hanged Man. I think you got Durmavati as well. Let me just turn the light on. Actually interesting, because I got Durmavati as well. When I asked you about your goddess. No, I just think sometimes YouTube plays havoc. You might have to have a bit of a... It might... don't know what's going on there. So, let's have a look at Durmavati. So, as I said, Durmavati was the originally the wife of Shiva. Just have to get into the... So she's known as the smoky one. It looks like she's the Indian goddess. Durmavati is the matron of the marginalized and of those who have regrets. Legend has it that she originated when Sati, the first wife of Lord Shiva, one of the most important gods in Hinduism, was hungry and left unfed. Sati was so famished that she devoured her husband. Once she had swallowed her husband, he was furious and asked to be let out. She did so, but Shiva still cursed her to undergo the pain of being a widow. Suddenly, smoke emitted from her body and enveloped her, and she became Durmavati, the crone-like goddess. She separated from her husband and went on to live a hermit-like existence. No. I know you didn't. Ultraviolet, Aurora, Caitlin, ultraviolet didn't block you or anything like that. It's just, I don't know what's going on with YouTube's been playing games with streams and all sorts of things. I've had a few people have said to me, your patron's colour May, also Hindu. Interesting. Okay. Also Hindu. Okay, interesting. So Dhumavati is what I got here. Oh, it is raining. It is horrible weather. Okay, so miracles. Now, miracles is going to be a little bit tricky here, because I can't get into my chat on Restream. For some reason, the overflow. Let's see if it does it this way. No comments. Okay. So what I might have to do with your question, yeah, the rain gets quite loud on the caravan lid, on the caravan roof. Ultraviolet. So yeah, interesting reading. Oh, good. You just had to refresh, Caitlin. Cool. Ah, yes, Dhumavati is a tantric goddess. So true. Yeah, so hopefully, Ultraviolet, that sort of made some sense to you. Okay, so I'm just going to do miracles. Don't need to worry about that bit. Just, let's do the whole thing here. I have to do a little bit of mucking around because for some reason, once I disconnect from Restream, it's hard to get my chat back up. For some reason, it's not going to do the chat. You're welcome, Ultraviolet. You're welcome. Yeah, so you can say that it's a wish. Your relationship is a wish fulfilled. Okay, so even when things are happening behind the scenes, everything's going to be a-okay. Okay. Okay, so that's really so you know things are really positive. You've got that energy going on there with the kindness, the gentleness, that sense of unity within it, and that manifestation of the relationship. And you know that communication is really basically, no, I haven't done it yet. Miracles, I haven't done your reading yet. I'm just about to. Now let me put your question up on the screen. So hi, Miracles. I'm just going to do your question now. Just give me a second. Okay. So okay. So where are we? Here we go for Miracles. So let's get back into the chat. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's where I think that's why communication is so important, to have that clarity. Yeah, I know you live so far away from each other. That's interesting. Okay, so Miracles, you want to know about your exam. So you want to know if you've passed your exam today. Okay, you've asked a yes or no question. Okay. So you've actually asked a yes and no question. So the best way to get that is, let's do the yes and no. Let's do the cards from Angel Answers. Make sure you've read the description box below, because if you have asked a yes or no question, there's not a lot I can do with that. Okay, you've asked if you passed your board exam today. Okay, and this card popped out and it just said a resounding yes. Said you should have passed your exam today. Oh. Okay, so Miracle. Basically, it says yes, you passed your exam, your board exam today. There's not a lot there that I can go with anything else. So it just says yes, you've passed. And it's got a resounding yes. So I don't think you need to worry. Yeah, true, Ultraviolet. It is YouTube is making, I went to post on to Facebook, went to share it on Facebook, and it comes up google.com. Yeah, I think Ultraviolet, I went to post on Facebook and it says google.com. And just wouldn't come up with and it just came up with a banner. It wouldn't even come up with the showing the video on Facebook. I had to go through and just do the URL instead of just doing copying the URL from the share thing, where you share the YouTube channel onto Facebook. I had to go through onto Facebook and actually post it as a post and do my own website. Yeah, super weird. It was just, I think there's something going on with YouTube and everything else with it. So it's like, here we go. Miracle. Okay, you ran out of time with 7 questions. Okay. Interesting. Because I got 8 of Swords. Okay. And with the 8 of Swords, I think it's all about your belief. You're limiting yourself. You've got that door open. And so you've got to stop doubting yourself in a way. Stop trapping yourself. I got that with the thing. I think you have to believe in yourself. You have to know that you're unlimited. You have that possibility. Ooh. So true, Ultraviolet. Yeah. So you've got to, it's all about what you believe. You've got to believe in yourself. It's basically say, do you believe that you did well? You did well. It's about confirming that you're unlimited possibilities. Yep. It says, yes, you did well. And it's all about don't cage yourself in. Let yourself make sure that you feel like you've got the freedom. Don't blind yourself. Don't trap yourself. I wouldn't believe Tara would do anything. That's a bit weird. Can be just one person. Remember, it only takes one person to do that complaint. Remember, guys, it takes one person with a negative energy, a negative attitude, a Karen attitude. I shouldn't really say that, but you know what, a Karen attitude, to complain to YouTube and can put on the whole, or Facebook, or whoever else, whatever the network is. So, Miracle, yes, you did well. Just don't limit yourself. Don't trap yourself. Don't. So you did well. It basically came up with a resounding yes. Yeah, Tara's a beautiful person. She's lovely. Yeah, it only takes one person to go around and complain at all the networks. They could just do a big complaint. Yeah, Tara's lovely. She is lovely. I love her channel. Oh, we all get it. Look, only takes one person to complain. It takes one person to report you, or you know what I mean? It takes one person to report you, and then they've got to investigate and all that sort of stuff. It takes one person to report your channel, or can be, you know, there are some, it's like, wasn't it Squarespace that stopped, didn't T.O. talk about Squarespace or something being intolerant of light workers? Was it Squarespace? I think he did. Yeah, there are some websites that won't allow payment from readers. So yeah, Miracles, I hope that helps you anyway. Sorry, I just need to, let's just delete that one, so I don't need to have that on the list anymore. Right, done. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I think Ultraviolet might know. Ooh, Ultraviolet, your cops were knocking on your neighbor's door. Ooh. Hope nothing too serious. Right. Yep, Miracles was the last one. At this stage, I don't think there's anyone else online. Hope it's all right. I hope it's nothing too serious. I'm so excited. For those that don't know, I got the Marbon. That's interesting. For those that don't know, I got the Seasons of the Witch. I got the Marbon, but I already had Beltane, Yule, and oh, I hope they're all right. Hope your neighbours are okay. Now I'm waiting for the next one. Yeah, fingers crossed. Oh, she's a little crazy. Okay. So this was my other new deck I got this month. Oh my God, Ultraviolet. I'm so excited that Tasty Tarot's been funded. She always gets got drama. Oh, okay. I'm sure she's okay. Or I've just spent one at a time. I brought them over a period of a long time to get this. Oh, I cannot wait for the Tasty Tarot. It's going to be my only cute deck. Would you believe it? It's my only cute deck. Okay, let me put these back. I just wanted to show. That was all I've got new. I'm just trying to. I wanted to make sure I've got all of them because I want to do a Wheel of the Year. T.O. got you the Marbon one? Oh, how cool. I want to do Wheel of the Year. So I can do a quarter. So I can do them quarterly now, but I'd like to have all 8. They do all 8, of course. I think there's another one coming out later on. Yeah, Caitlin's been putting together music melodies. I've just been doing the art. Well, I wouldn't say the artwork, but putting together the picture, the images. Oh, I don't normally go cute decks. I very rarely go cute decks. I love antique. I'll tell you what one of my favorite antique decks are. Where is it? Here it is. Melody Messages. Yeah, Melody Messages. That's it. Melody Messages. This is one of my favorite. My Tarot de Marseille. I actually want to get Buffy's deck. I like though, and I do want to get the rest of those decks. I know people don't like all the pips and all that sort of stuff, and they feel like they're a bit. And I'll tell you what else I like. Here it is. Here. Oh, cool. No, that was a Tarot de Marseille. That was I think that was a Convert. 1760 Marseille, and I think it's a Convert, if I remember rightly. I think that's inside. No, it's from there. No, I've got the ancient Italian. That's the Visconti Sforza. That's Italian. Now let me grab the ancient Italian. Right away. Smooth. Here's the ancient Italian. There's the ancient Italian. Yeah, it is giant. Do you know how I shuffle it? Ultraviolet, like this. Yep, there's the ancient Italian. That's why I think I like Jane Wallace's decks, because I love pip decks. I think it just gives you freedom. I don't know why. I feel like it gives me freedom for... Ultraviolet, have you seen the decks that I created? Let's see if I can grab that box. Yeah. But Visconti Sforza is massive. Have you seen the decks that I actually created? Let's grab the box. Whoa, 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 whoa. I just dropped the Goddess Power deck. Right, where are we? Go back to grabbing that. The old cigar boxes. When yeah, it shouldn't be. Oh, hopefully it won't be too far away. Caitlin, I'll have a look at the things can be a bit slow sometimes. This was the first deck I created, Ultraviolet. It's laminated. I've got to get an original copy. I haven't got a copy yet. I must get a proper copy. You got your daughter, the antique anatomy. Oh, yeah. So that was my deck. And then you got the earth, the air, the fire, and water. That's my tower card I created. The Hanged Man, the Hermit, the Empress, Strength, Emperor, the Devil, the Hierophant, the Magician, Chariot, Transformation. Oh, and Awakening. Oh, you can have a look at it. It's on Make Playing Cards. The links are down below. So there's that one that I made. And then there's this one here. This is called Sacred Fractal. That's Vesta's Art tarot deck. Okay. I made a Lenormand and a Lotteria and some playing cards, lots of different oracle decks. Okay, let's have a look. See, there's these ones here. Let's see if I can get a bit of light. And then you've got like very abstract art with the cards. Let's have a look at some of the mages. Well, no, I'm just grabbing these mages. Yeah, I know. So very abstract art. They're all available. These ones are all available on Make Playing Cards. So you can sort of see very abstract. There are the titles on them, but it's about using your own intuition. Yeah, there are a lot of decks. There's a lot to choose from. I don't have them all. I haven't brought them all yet. This is one of my favorites. It's my Love Oracle. I made them for me, really, Ultraviolet. I made them for me to use as digital decks. And then some people wanted some copies, so I just put them on there and then... Thanks. Hi, pretty babe. How are you? So, yeah. There are lots of decks to choose from. Yeah, I'll do your reading, pretty babe. I'll just do you a 2-card reading. If you want anything more than that. I'm just cruising while I can. Now, so pretty babe, you want a reading and you just want to know about your life right now. You want to know what's going on for you. What do you need to know about today? Etc. Okay. Okay, so what does pretty babe need to know about today? What's important for her? Now, I'm just going to do, it's 2 cards. It's about what do you want to know right now? What's important to you in this moment? What's important to you in the future? Like what lies ahead for you in the future? What's important for you in the future? What lies ahead? Now, I want you guys to remember that the future is actually never set in stone. So you want a life reading, pretty babe. Okay, so I have to do this. I have to do a little bit of a mucking around here. Just take a second to get this question on the screen. Whoops. Just do a little bit of a add. Okay, add and okay. Because I'm on restraint. Oh, okay. So you're talking about you're filing your divorce. Okay, wait a minute, pretty babe. One question. I don't do legal questions for one. Okay, you're talking about divorce and you're talking about finance, marrying. Now, hey, wait a minute. One question, pretty babe. One question. You're asking me all these questions about divorces, your future. Whoa. Okay, 1 minute here. You want to think about what do you need to know. Okay, please make sure you've read the description box down below. Please make sure that a future life reading is fine. Okay, so what do you need to know? What's important for pretty babe in regards to her future? What's important? Remember, you only get 2 cards. If you want to ask something and get a little bit more information, make sure you check the description box below for the links in regards to the Ko-Fi and the blog. So make sure you've got that if you want a little bit more than just the 2 cards. I only do 2 cards, pretty babe. So you're only going to get a very small. So what's important for you right now for the future? What's important for you for the future? What do you need to know? What lies ahead for you? What lies ahead? Okay, interesting. Okay, the card that flipped out first was the 4 of Cups. Now, the 4 of Cups to me is that sense of you're going to need to make sure that you are aware of what's going around you. Don't get your head don't put your head down. Okay, you've got to take a breath for a minute. Meditation, reflection is going to be really important here emotionally to make sure that you are stable emotionally and you build emotional foundations in a way. You get that sense. Oh, sorry, 5 of Cups. It's very much about what are you focusing on here, being very aware of what you're focusing on. There are going to be some challenges to your future ahead of you in regards to relationships, in regard to life. You're looking at relationships. It seems to be your focus at the moment. It all seems to be about your relationships. There's going to be some disappointments. Things are not, I feel like you're going to miss out on an opportunity coming your way in regards to, that's why you need to be more aware of what's going on. I think it's very much about what you're focusing on in the future. It's very important to look at what you're focusing. Are you focusing on things that are outside of your control, or are you actually taking action and doing things that are really important here? I'm getting a lot of stuff coming in here. So we've got Queen of Cups and that sensitivity, that nurturing your emotions. I do feel like there's a real need to nurture, heal your emotions. I think there's a lot of healing to be done in regards to your emotions, nurturing your emotions. I think that's really important here. I think there's a lot of stuff that you need to look at in regards to the relationship. I feel like the relationship's your big issue at the moment, and that's because of the love cards here, the cups, very, very strong. You're looking. Oh, Travada. Oh, delete so. Okay, so pretty babe, I think there is this need to look at what you're focusing on in regards to the relationships. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ultraviolet, for looking at the blog. Muchly appreciated. You can get lost in it. You might get a little lost. There's a lot of stuff in there. Might take you a little time to look through it. But pretty black babe, I think it's really important for you to look at what you're focusing on in regards to your relationships. I do feel like you've got a lot of healing to do through. A lot of, I do feel with the Queen of Cups, it's all about the healing. Okay, it's all about the nurturing, the sensitivity, that nurturing your well-being, nurturing your emotional needs is very important here. With the Five of Cups, you get, what are you focusing on? You need to be very aware of what you're actually focused on, because there's some things in life that you cannot control, and there's some things in life that you can control. And it's about you controlling yourself, you doing what you need to do for you. Yeah, very important that you're going to have to go through a lot of healing process. Okay, so that's really important for you, pretty babe. Very, very important for you to go through that healing process. Look at what you're looking at. Meditation, reflection is going to be important here. Just have that moment of breath, I think, is what I'm getting here. That moment of emotional breath to look at the challenges that you're going through. Yeah, I think that's very important for you, nurturing your feelings, your emotions. So Ultraviolet, yeah, there's a lot on my website. There's definitely a lot on my website for sure, on the blog. So I hope you enjoy. Oh, please, the weather's calmed down. It looks like the weather's calmed down a little bit, which is good. You're welcome. You're welcome, pretty babe. You're welcome. Right. So where are we at? So yeah. Oh, I was going to show you some more. I was going to show you my other tarot deck, Ultraviolet. I just have to pull it out of the box. I just have to pull it out of my drawer. It's got an oracle deck as well. Oh, good questions. I'm a little bit fussy with the Jackie and Angela. I'm not sure I know Jackie I'll catch up with at any time. I can catch up with her on Facebook. It's not a problem. So this here, Ultraviolet, this deck here I created with pastels on black paper. That's my Hanged Man, where he's escaped already. Someone helped him escape. Someone helped him to see things from a different perspective. That's my Tower. That's the Empress. Judgment. Oh, that's my High Priestess. My Star. My Sun. The Shaman, the Hierophant. That's my Death card. There's my Moon. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, there's my devil. This one is called Journey to the Crossroads Tarot. I know, big name. Journey to the Crossroads Tarot. So this is the tarot deck, and then I'll show you the oracle deck that I did with it. It can be a bit, a lot of it is just about using your intuition with the cards, you know, using your knowledge of tarot, because they can be a bit abstract, and you might find cards that have, like that's my Page of Cups. That's my Three of Swords. There's the World. It's a bit, there's different sizes too. There's a tarot size as well. And then this is the Crossroads Oracle. Remembering that I made this deck for me just to have as a digital deck, and so it's a bit so again, using your intuition. There's no guidebook or anything like that with my decks. It's all about you using your own intuition. If you like abstract cards, you might find, wait a minute, where is it? Let me see if I can, let me grab this one in particular, not the Lotteria deck. Here it is. Here's the Nature Spirits Oracle. Ultraviolet. This is the Nature Spirits Oracle that I created. This is done from photos. Okay, these are done from photos that I duplicated. No, I'm not saying you have to buy anything. Don't buy anything. Hey, look. Just nudge T.O. Nudge T.O. Nudge T.O. I'm just joking. Just joking. Don't get me thinking. Ultraviolet. Hey, look, I'm just showing you out of interest, just to support. Nudged. Yeah. Don't tell Theo I said that. He'll kill me. He'll kill me. So these are photos. Okay, these are photos taken of plants and trees and nature. Some are just scenery photos. And you can do them any way. I mean, it doesn't matter which way. But it's about using your own intuition. So this was just a plant with a bit of wood. A tree, a bush with a bit of wood, and I took the photo and then I duplicated it and turned it around and twisted it and manipulated them, and this is the things that sort of came out. So what do you see when you look at the cards? You know, it's all about your own intuition, your own messages coming through. So these are great meditation decks, great for reflection. And then you'll find a few cards like this, which is just like a gate. That's at my mum's place before she passed. That was an actual drawing that I did. But most of them are photos. This was a photo of a tree. And then I manipulated, you know, edited it out, duplicated it, and then I changed it to look sort of that sort of cartoony sort of look. Oh, I didn't realize I had two in there. That one. That's all right. No worries. No worries. Yeah. These are great for using your intuition, using your just meditation, reflection, just great for, I find, oh, same, video is not very clear. But if you have a look at, yeah, I know the videos are not always perfect. And also it's not very good because I have to use, because I'm in the caravan. Yeah, if you look on the blog, you'll get a little bit more information. Yeah, it doesn't really help with the light and things, may not. So, and then you get brick wall. So you get some that are quite clear photos that I took. Oh, and then the leaf, the lonely leaf. Okay. Ultraviolet. I use my blog, but I've also got Ko-Fi. And then there's Facebook, which really has done nothing for me. But the Ko-Fi side of it's been really good. And having the stripe. There's the apple. The green, one of green apples off my mum's tree. Oh, she passed. Sky. Oh, there's the fence gate. Plant at my mum's, and then the others were, oh, that was a plant photo that I took. So yeah, it's not as I would like. Oh, okay. So I created this to it's only available through Ko-Fi, because I didn't do it as a thing. Is this 2 decks in one? There it is. These are 2 decks in one. Oops, let me move that one out. Let's move that out of the way. Okay, ultraviolet. So I've got this one, which is another one of my digital art that I created. Not that. It's got the chakra cards in there. Let's put those to one side. Yeah, it could be good fortune. True. Elephants have lots of good meanings. So this one here is available through my Ko-Fi, but I'd have to order it for you. It's actually 2 decks in one, because I didn't put it as a, look, turning the page. Look at this. This is photos, digital art. Fractals, images. So just to sort of show you, but I'd have to order it for you and get it delivered. And then payment just has to go straight into my account with this one, because it has to go through, oh, and then it's got the photos. Oops, I need to put those to one side. And then, whoops, that's another one. Okay, and then the other thing I did with this other half of the deck, or the other part of the deck, the other deck in it, is I actually took some photos around town, like the train sign, beach at night, a shadow photo, flowers, clouds, the water. So these are photos that I actually took. So these are actually ones that have to be ordered through me. It's available on Co5 course, but these are photos that I took. Yeah. I love decks that are very intuitive. I'm not one for telling people what they should or shouldn't think in a reading, you know, with the cards. Now, here's the Passion one. Oracle of Passion. Another one with my digital art. Yes, it's got keywords on it, but you can jumpstart your own intuition. I'm just showing you out of interest more than anything. Well, it's got the chakra cards in there as well. Or color cards, whatever you like to call them. I put them in some of the decks. I've got extra cards. Can't get you out of my mind. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. I just got that. Oh, that's cool, Caitlin. So yeah, just to sort of, I'm just showing you out of interest more than anything. Basically, I'm saying, hey, look, if I can create tarot decks, so can everybody else. I'm no artist. I just do it, you know, on the computer, got my digital art, created something fun. I made it for myself, more to use with my Awfully software. I made it to go with my Awfully software, and then from there, you know, you can just explore. So yeah, I think if, you know, if I can create a deck, anyone can sort of sit down and play with a computer and create something. I really did it just to go with my Awfully software more than anything. And you'll find some of my cards sort of overlap with some of the different decks, but it's all about fun. This one's mixing work and pleasure. You want to make a deck. Sorry, I missed that. Or more than one. Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you something, Ultraviolet. Once you start, oh my God, it can be so addictive creating, because suddenly you get these different ideas. Okay. Take care, Caitlin. You've been on for a while. You've been, oh my God, nearly 3 hours we've been here, plus that half an hour beforehand or whatever it was before. Oh my God. I didn't realize I've been here nearly 3 hours. It's nearly 2 o'clock. Yeah. I'll tell you something, Ultraviolet. Once you start creating, like this is the bingo lotteria, the, you know, the Mexican bingo deck. This was an extra card, but I created just with some photos and things, just for fun. Again, I made it for myself. Yeah, I'm wrapping up. Like I said, I'm just showing Ultraviolet my different decks, just out of interest more than anything. Just saying, look, if I can create a deck out of images, anyone can. So yeah, I think there was one other one I was going to show you. What was I going to show you? Let's see if I've got it here. Oh, there's Lenormand deck. I created a Lenormand deck. You got children and child, but I also did the a general hospital deck. Oh, is that you talking about the TV show? The TV show for yourself? That'd be quite cool. As tarot or oracle ultraviolet. This one here, I put in partner, and there's a querent card here somewhere. I don't know what's happened to it. Oh, a playing card set that I created too. Oh, that was the other thing I created with my digital art, is playing cards. What's that got to do with that one there? Tarot. TV series, I thought so. Oh, so there's the querent and the partner card. Whoops. Might help if I move it across. And then I've got woman like that. I have to find them again. Oh, there's the other woman. Face covered. And then I've got man like that. Or man like that. Jason is the knight of swords, but swords being guns. Oops. Oh, yeah, gotcha. So that's my, basically, you'll find with my Lenormand deck, mainly the stock pictures that I've mucked around with, but occasionally, like the dog is a photo of Lola, mum's dog. Poor mum passed. That's book. There's a journal. Oh, that's a photo. I just had to add a snake on top of it because we don't have snakes. Flowers. That's my tower. That was the Egyptian obelisks. Sunny is the king of swords. Caitlin, make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself. There's heart, letter, rings. Oh, there's a tree. There's a tree and sun. There's clouds. There's moon. There's a path. The other ones are just all stock photos. So yes, you can go a little crazy when you're creating your own decks. You can definitely go crazy. Oh, playing cards. That's what I was going to show you. This is another one, ultraviolet, that I did myself. Was just playing cards, and I put like some keywords at the bottom of my art with my artwork, available through my Ko-Fi, of course. But this is make playing card meanings that are in the Romani, a book that I had that was with Romani meanings. And so I just typed them at the bottom. Well, I got them at the bottom of the playing card set, and then I've got the meanings of them with my digital art, with some of my artwork. So I thought it was a bit different, you know, and just a great way to sort of learn the card meaning of the cards. So yeah. Oh, I missed one of the cards and putting some ink on it. Yeah, so I mean, hey, look, they're just fun. They're all fun. Oh, here's the other oracle deck I was looking at. This was my first oracle deck I created. It's called Vesta's Art Oracle Deck. And again, some of my artwork, some of my photos. with words on them, and you can do what you like with them. That one's available on, it's got thank you and different things in it. Looking within, Meri. Hope dream. Now this was a photo I took and then I mucked around with it and made a warped perception. So like I say, you can create your own deck, you know, ultraviolet, you know, take some photos, create your own, you know, digital art. But it's a great way to sort of open your own intuition. Maybe just the keywords like I see you. Those who have passed are watching over you. Divine intelligence, awaken my inner joy through self-love, unconditional love. Angels are watching over you. Stay focused. Options in view. Eye of the storm. You know, the eye of the storm. Yeah, once you pop, you can't stop. Yeah, once you start creating, oh, I'll tell you. You can see here, and this is just a very small sample. I haven't managed to print out all the decks. Again, it's an expense. Really, they're just digital I had them as digital copies to use with my Orphaly software, the tarot software that I use for readings and things that I can use for readings and things like that. Feathered eye. Open to receive. Ready to pack your bags and launch your journey. Awaken my inner joy, peaceful bliss within a peace. Darkness and shadow self. Spiral of life. Triple goddess. And alignment. You've been watching a video about different art movements and artists. Oh, that would have been interesting, Ultraviolet. Hey, can you DM me? Can you message me that link? No use putting it in chat because I won't get around to it. It's better to put it into a basically put it into entire Kali deck. There's a Kali Oracle. There's a Kali Oracle one, Ultraviolet. God, decks are all over the place. I do need to sort of sort them out a little bit better. There is an animal deck I created on Make Plain Cards. I haven't got all the cards yet, but basically the animal cards, I didn't put any keywords on them. So you're not restricted. It's all about what does the animal say to you. Yep. Oh, Ultraviolet should have my DM. She's got my connection. Oh, tarot decks, but she's usually the tower. Yes, but thing is, Kali has so many aspects, Ultraviolet. She's not just, you know, she's not just the tower. She's so much more than that. So, yeah. That's showing you some of my decks anyway. Just out of curiosity, just to show you. The nature spirits, the journey to the crossroads oracle, Vesta's art, love oracle, Vesta's art, oracle of, the oracle of passion. No worries. Don't apologize, Caitlin. It's all good. So yeah, it's yeah, just out of interest, just to sort of show you some of my collection, show you what I've got, show you what I created. And the thing is, you can create for yourself, you know. I'll get you revved up to create your own deck, Ultraviolet, to get arty. whether it's through photos, through your through digital art. I mean, there's so many ways to create a tarot deck for yourself, you know, or an oracle deck, or Lenormand, or Kipper, or whatever you want to create for yourself. I mean, there's so many to choose from. Where do you start, you know? And then I'm trying to make, what bags did I have everything in? And now I've forgotten. You made some cards on your phone. Can't use my cell phone. It's hopeless. Right. So I hope you enjoyed, but I turned Mama Cass into the Empress. Mama Cass into the Empress. Ooh, sounds interesting. I mean, there's so many amazing decks out there, but it's great to be able to, I think, use your own knowledge with tarot. And you've got a lot of knowledge with tarot, Ultraviolet, from the mamas and papas. Right, got you. Now that makes sense. I was thinking, who's Mama Cass? Yeah. There's so many amazing decks out there that I know we can spend a fortune creating our own, but that's why I quite like the digital aspect. Oh, sheepers. What did I do? I put some decks away and put my cell phone cord behind my labyrinth. My movie and TV show decks. Gotta move the hocus pocus. Wait a minute, and Alice. There we go. I couldn't get my phone cord out. Oh, it's going to be so cool. Right, that's me. It's been an interesting chat. I like sort of talking about the different decks and that sort of stuff as well. Pardon me. Big Mama Cass. Oh, you're welcome, Ultraviolet. You're welcome. Hey, I just love sharing and just, giving people the motivation to create their own decks, It's not all about just about me, You're also amazing readers in that. You've got the knowledge. So, that's cool. Right, I need to get into, I'm missing a bag. I must find what I did with that bag. Whatever did I do with it? Man, living in a caravan and everything, it gets so tiny. So sorry, I'm reading your messages at the same time. I'm trying to follow the flow here. So true. Oh, see, I don't know why people, what's with the weight thing. It's not necessary. Right. So that's about it. Let's throw in a bit more of this incense. Oh, I can't wait till tonight to get a whole new lot of resins tonight. Resin and herbs. Do a major cleansing. Whew. Why would people give someone disrespect because of their weight? That's no good. Dropped everything. God, need to clean up. Take care, Caitlin. Take care. Right, I'm just finding all my bags and everything from my decks. Hope you enjoyed that. No, it's still, I think it's a bit windy, but the sun's out. Might be a bit windy still. It's not too bad. Yeah, so true. Take care, Caitlin. Go and rest and take care of yourself. That will be awesome, because we're going to be ready for next week. Whew. That was so interesting. So yeah, ultraviolet. I reckon that's going to be yeah, I think you're going to get creative. When you get these ideas, you've got to take the action and get on with it. Oh, and I'm pleased you enjoyed. Oh, that's right. Next week's your concert. Or what day? Well, why don't you, ultraviolet? Why don't you? Thursday the 2nd. Okay. So I won't see you on Friday then. I won't see you on Friday then, because that will be you getting ready for the concert. Or my Friday or Thursday. It'd be fun, ultraviolet. I'd love to see you. Well, do it. What about just a major arcana at this stage? Ultraviolet, why don't you just do a major arcana deck? You leave the 35th. Oh, okay, Caitlin. True. What about just the 20? What about just the 22 major arcana? Why don't you just do a major arcana deck for now? Because the major arcana decks can be quite good for just getting that impact message that you might want. Sometimes if I just want to do a 3-card reading and I want something a bit more, I might just do majors only. I did from what you called Benabel Wen, her spirit keepers. On her website, she let's see if I can find the deck cards here. Here it is. On Benabel Wen's website, she allowed us to download the major arcana of her spirit keepers, and then you can modify them. Well, you make sure, Caitlin, that you take care of yourself during that time. You make sure you take care of you during that. So what I was saying was, Benabel Wen, she allowed us to download her major arcana, and then you modified them. They were black and white, and then you colored them the way you wanted to. And then when you posted them, you make sure that you say that the artwork was originally Benabel Wen, that her artwork's Benabel Wen, but you could modify them the way you wanted. So here's 2 of her decks, which I modified. I colored them this way. So that's this one. And I can do, and I paid for it to be printed out and all that sort of stuff. So even though it's Benabel's deck, I could still modify it and create it and make it mine, even though the artwork originally, the black and white, was Benabel's. And so from her website, you could download the resources, and you could download the free major arcana, and then you just colored them the way you wanted to. And I felt that was quite a good way to sort of create something a little new. So that was one of them. And then this is the other one that I did. And you'll see by the 2 different back, she gave you a choice on what backgrounds. Oh, she's a beautiful soul, Benabel Wen. And then she gives you so much free resources from her website. I'll tell you, Benabel Wen is awesome. You know, she's very knowledgeable. She's got a lot of knowledge. So that was the background there. And then this is the other one that I did. And see how I just changed the color? I changed the color. Okay, and then this is the other colorway that I did. And the cards are slightly different. So it just gives me a couple of major arcana decks which are quite cool when you do a reading. Sometimes you just want to get those, you know, just work with the major arcana. They can be quite, a lot of relationship readings use just the major arcana too. There are a lot of readings that just use major arcana. So that's what I did. So yeah, I downloaded from Benabel's resources, her website. Then they were black and white. And so I then used digital program Photo, F-O-T-O-R. I used, and then I could color them the way that I wanted to. And then once I did that, then I could upload it to Make Plain Cards and get them printed out. Yeah, but that was from Benabel. I don't know how, you know, I don't think there'd be many people that would do that. Ooh. Yeah, don't tell anybody. No, ultraviolet, no. Hey, look. As long as you're using it for yourself, you know, it's a personal deck. You're going to be using it for yourself. It's not. That's one thing I love about Awfully software. You can download a deck, create a deck with the kind of borders you want. So you want to tweak it, personalize it a little bit, personalize your borders. Sounds interesting. Hey, look, how long have we got? It was 1968, right? When it was first published. 1968, 69 when it was first published. So depending on when... Tweak it, yeah. Not tweak it, yeah, tweak it. Shouldn't be far out of their keywords on the court cards. That'd be quite good. Yeah, because there with the Thoth, with the Knight, actually there's a channel, Joe, oh, what's his last name? Starts with M, Mont something. Joe, anyway, he's really good at explaining the Thoth. But I think also Theo did a good job too with his website, with his thing. Yeah, with the Knight, the Queen, the Prince, and the Princess. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Yep. You know who I mean. Yep, Montegolia. Yep. I know who you mean. Yep, that's it. Oh, you know who I mean when it comes to, yeah. He did a really good thing the other day I watched in regards to his comparisons between the differences between the Rider-Waite-Smith and the Thoth. And it was a really good explanation, Ultraviolet. You don't like the Knight for the King and then the Prince and the Princess. It can get a little confusing, especially with the Knight is actually movement. It's not really king. Knight's very fiery. King's very airy for me. That's it. Montalone. Yeah, that's it, Lontione. That's it. Oh, you know who I mean. Yeah. This is so cool. This is chatting. I'm just cruising. I know I've been on for 3 hours. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's not a one-on-one for the court. No. You looked it up. Good on you, Ultraviolet. Good on you. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. You looked it up. Yeah, I could have looked it up too, but I'm just not going to go on there just yet. That's funny. But yeah, I think with the Thoth, it is very. I've got a couple of Thoth decks actually. I've got my mini, but I've also got my large one here. I mean, Thoth is pretty easy to read with the minor arcana. It's really just the court cards that can sort of catch me out sometimes. Yeah, so you got the Knight of Discs, Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is the big one. He's the Prince of Swords. Prince of Cups. Prince of Wands. Prince of Swords. Prince of Discs. Whatever. Queen of Swords. Knight of Wands. Princess of Wands. Sorry, you start me on a Thoth thing now. Queen of Wands. You're funny. Knight of Cups. I don't know. King of. I don't know. I always get. I'm just reading it. I don't know if I'm reading them right. Princess of Cups. Princess of Discs. And Queen of Cups. And Queen of Discs. Right. Yeah, I know. Oh, no, it's not about memorizing memory. Oh, no, you can't memorize meanings with tarot. It's so much more than that. Okay, you can know the basics meanings, right? Ultraviolet. It's not really. No, I'm back. Oh, hopefully I'm back. Oh, God, no. I'm back. Good. Okay, no. Reading tarot is not about memorizing meanings. Oh, my God, no. Oh, my God. The keywords are just jump starts, so suggestions and ideas. There's so much work involved in really getting to know a deck. Oh, my God, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, I know, but I'm enjoying the chat. I'm enjoying the chat. No, what I was going to say, ultraviolet, is that Thoth, even though it's got keywords on it and it's great, card meanings. Oh, no, well, they're just starting off points. To me, they're just suggestions. They're ideas. They're just suggestions. Card meanings are just suggestions. They have possible interpretations. You're so right. I totally agree with that. To me, cards are just, they're a jump start to expanding your horizon. To me, card meanings are just suggestions, ideas. They're great for when you're starting out. If you're unsure, it gives you that sort of jump start to start. Oh my God, every card's got so many layers. Depending on the deck you use, the imagery, the colors in the deck, the surrounding cards, the layout you use, the question you ask. Oh my God. Yes, totally agree with you, Ultraviolet. Totally agree with you. They are just jump starts. That's what I say. It's sometimes good to know like the basic meanings of maybe what the artist thought the cards could mean in their interpretation, but we can jumpstart. We can get so much more out of it. Oh, totally agree with you, Ultraviolet. Totally agree. Like I always say, and I think that's why I created my abstract tarot. Oh, you say Wednesday, August the 2nd. Okay, not Thursday. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Okay, so Thursday you won't be on, but Friday. Oh, no, well, Friday you might be still away. Friday you'll still be away. Thursday you'll still be away, though. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, Friday. So you'll still be away on your Thursday, of course. So Ultraviolet, totally agree. Yes, totally agree with you, Ultraviolet. Totally agree with you. That's why I said it's only the guidebook is just a suggestion, just an idea. Okay, Friday you'll be with Mum and okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, totally. But it's good to jumpstart. That's why I always say I always get like so much more from just the book. Oh my God, yeah, true. Oh, that's why I say books are just jump starts. They're just ideas, suggestions. Maybe maybe the book gives you an idea about what something could mean, but then you got to look at it symbolically. I think you got to look at so much more. Oh, that's why I never, ever, in my over 23 years of reading tarot, I have never, ever. Okay, Caitlin, take care. Ultraviolet, I never, ever tell another tarot reader what the cards could mean. I only give, like, if someone says to me, oh, what do you think? And then I give my suggestion, I go, but ultimately, it's what's in your interpretation. It's all about what you see. You know, look at the colors, look at the images, look at the things that are in the cards. What's the message? You know, how does the card make you feel? It's all those things that are important. I could never, like, someone did a reading for me. I never tell them that, oh no, because they've seen something that I didn't see. Okay, you were watching different people reading, and there was a lady in the morning talk show, and she did a reading, and everyone was impressed. And then there were people in the comment section commenting that you know that she was a terrible reader to know what she was doing in those cards didn't mean that. Really? See, I never ever tell another reader that they're wrong, because we don't know what the reader has actually seen in the cards. Oh my God, Ultraviolet, I agree. I never in my so many times I've had readings by other people, like Tio does a reading, and what he gets in his cards are totally different than what I would get, right? He reads totally different than how I read, but it's perfect. You know, the way he reads the cards himself is perfect. They're the reader. It's their reading. They're seeing what they're seeing. Exactly. They see what they see. Exactly. I agree with you, Ultraviolet. I absolutely agree with you there. There are so many times that, like, people have done readings and they see something different in the card. Hey, it might not be what I see, but it doesn't mean that they're wrong. It doesn't mean that they're wrong. It's like when Tio does a reading and I see the cards and my mind seeing something completely different, but he's seeing what he needs to see for the person that he's doing the reading for. He's the one that's connecting to their energy. So he's the one that's doing the reading. And it's perfect. Even though it might not be what I see in the card, doesn't mean that he's wrong at all. Oh, I hate it when people do that. Another thing is I've seen other people do it in me, where you're doing the reading and for some reason you think the card is different and you read it as the wrong card. And I feel like, okay. Another thing I've seen other people do it in me, where you are doing the reading and for some reason you think the card is a different card and you read it as wrong. And I feel like, okay, that's your intuition, like making you see the wrong thing, but it's giving you the correct message. Exactly. If you see the wrong card, is that the right? Yes, that's the right interpretation for that reading. I've done it many times. I did it a couple of times today with things where I saw a card. That's why you ask someone else to do the reading. Exactly. I get it. Yeah, totally, Ultraviolet. Oh my God. I hate it when people say to, like a reader's reading a reading, a reader's doing a reading, and someone pipes up, that's wrong. How do you know it's wrong? That's the message that you'll get. If you're reading for someone specific, that's when you're getting the message that you need. Oh, I totally agree. That's why you ask someone else. Totally. That's why you ask. I love that. This is one of my favorite decks, Ultraviolet, is the Coffee Tarot. That reminds me, I'm putting the kettle on. I put the kettle on before and I still haven't made my hot drink. Have you seen this? You're going to hate me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. When people ask for help in a group, when they're learning, it's okay. But it can be, like I say to people, what do you, when people say to me, oh, what does this mean? I go, okay, take a minute to think about what were you thinking about when you laid the cards out? What was your question in your mind? That's the first thing. What was the question in your mind? Okay, now what is your first answer? What was your first thought when you saw the cards? What was your first thought? What was your initial reaction to the card? This one here is called the Coffee Tarot. I saw this when it was created. I saw this in its drawing stage, and then I saw it being created, and I wanted it, and the creator gave it to me as a digital copy, and I wanted to buy it. Hey, what? Just did that by itself. I didn't do that. Okay, I've reconnected. Oh, the whole thing went out. Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Just checking my audio. Yep, it's fine. It's back again. Feels like I'm back. Hopefully I'm back. The sound's gone. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. I'm back. Good. Okay, so the coffee tarot. Yeah, I did take a breath, but no. So what I was saying was, yes, the artist, creator. So she gave me a digital copy, and then I said no, that I wanted to buy it. Oh, the wild unknown that said you're the oracle. I still haven't got that deck yet. It's been on my wish list for a while, but I still haven't purchased it. Okay, so the coffee tarot, what I was saying was, Janet then said to me, okay, Paula, just pay for the delivery and we'll send it to you. Just make sure that you do a review and you share the deck and all that sort of stuff, which I did, right? And so they made me a bag, got a bag with it. Her son Noah made me the bag, and I got the card. So all I had to do was pay for delivery, and they gave me the deck. So it's quite different in the titles. Oh, the wild unknown's your soul deck. Interesting. So that was one of my lovely gifts I got from the creator. So that was really spoiling. And do you know another artist that gave me her deck? Was the artist, the creator that did the Swagatum Tarot. She gave me her oracle deck. The Epics of the Hind. Now you'll like this, being Hindu. The wisdom from the Epics of Hind. So that was another, because I bought the Swagatum Tarot and I couldn't get the Emperor card until I reorder it again, which I'm going to do. So I'm going to end up with 3 Swagatum Tarots. But anyway, but I got this one. This is both the gods and goddesses. Hindu gods and goddesses. So I don't know if you can see the cards. I need to shift with my light. No, I know your goddess. I know the goddess that you're interested. I know the goddess, but I'm just saying. I know you're not Hindu. Ultraviolet, I know that. No, I just meant the goddess with that connection. That's Carly's card. I think there's a couple of them actually. see if I can find the other one. I may have already shown you. Oh, there's Carly's Awakening. Oh, me too. My son gave it to me. You won't want me to show you this, but a great way to read the book the Getter deck. Have you seen this? You're going to hate me. Basically, you've got the card, and then you've got a passage on the back. Oops. So like this one is called Great Souls. So on here it tells you chapter 7, verse 19. So you can go to the book and have a look at that. And it just says, after innumerable births and deaths, those who are wise surrender unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all the causes and all that exists. Such great souls are very rare. So this I found really good. So what I was doing, I was pulling a card a day, getting the card, and then going to the book and going, okay, so I want to go into chapter 7, verse 19. Okay, so chapter 7, verse 19. So I go into chapter 7, which is here, which I picked up. Now I want to go into verse 13, right? Was that what I said? No. 19, sorry. Verse 19. So then I go in and read, okay, so it actually says, after many births and deaths, he who actually has knowledge surrenders with unto me. And then it goes, and then it talks about it. The living entity while executing devotional service or transcendental blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I found this to be really good. If you're interested in the book, in the Bhagavad. How did the countdown driver tell me it sounded? Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, Bhagavad Gita. So with the Gita cards, Bhagavad Gita, and so I found the cards are really cool. Gita, yeah, Bhagavad Gita. So yeah, look at the artwork on it. I love that Indian artwork. There's a card for the destroyer. Best for yogis, friend or enemy, overcoming fear, God's reciprocation, sacrifice. Oh, I love the divine descent. Maintaining balance. Yeah, they do call it the Gita. Yeah. I was just trying to remember my courier drivers. They're so funny when they come in and they see with my incense and they see my, they see all the things that I've got. And you got it from the library. My son gave it to me for Christmas. Yeah, my son gave it to me. Which I thought was pretty cool. Well, that's why I quite like the cards ultraviolet, because it just puts it into small pieces. It doesn't feel so overwhelming. Doing a card day just feels like it's not so overwhelming. Oh, there's a lot more cards in here. That's why I think I quite like the thing. The Gita deck wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita have been excerpted from Indians' timeless classic, the Song of God. The Gita was passed on through oral traditions for centuries before being composed in Sanskrit, the most ancient of language. I think that's where the translations get a little bit confusing. Pompous. The guy that's in translation. Yeah. It's a spiritual essence of Indian. The sound of vibration possesses the divine power of mantra. You know, they can be chanted or sung. Traditionally, they were chanted or sung. It's the conversation between Lord Krishna and his warrior friend, the pious Prince Arjuna, spoken before the outbreak of the battle, in which Krishna inspires Arjuna with courage by clearly placing his life and duty within the cosmic order of the universe. Being an enlightened associate of Lord Krishna, Arjuna was above illusions, yet on the battlefield he was thrust into confusion, causing him to ask Krishna questions about the problems of life. So, yeah. Yeah, I love Sanskrit. I love them when they chant in Sanskrit and that. It's just amazing. I used voice to text and messed up. That's okay. No worries. Ultraviolet, no worries. So yeah, I just thought you'd be interested. I do find the book very heavy. So I did find using the deck really good. Hi Jamie, how are you? I'm just cruising at the moment with Ultraviolet. We're just discussing different decks and things. I've been on for over 3.5 hours, by the way. So we've just been chatting. We have just been chatting. But yeah, it's interesting for sure. Random things, random chats. Did you have a quick question, Jamie? Did you have a quick question? Jamie's the hanged man. Yeah, it looks like the hanged man. Oh, that's so me. Oh yeah, with the king. Yeah, if you've got a question, type it in. Yeah, go for it. Now, I only do 2 cards for the reading, just so you know. I only do 2 cards, one very quick reading. Make sure you've read the description box below, because there are some questions that I will not answer. Anything medical, anything legal, and nothing third party. So if you're asking about someone else's opinions or thoughts, then the answer is no. But just make sure that you're aware of your question. If you want just the 2 cards, if you want anything more than that, you can check out the links down below to donate if you want anything a little bit more to support the channel. Okay, so you're trying to sell your dye. You feel like, so what should you do to sell your dye? Let's get you a little bit more information. How can you sell your dye, your tie-dye? What do you need to do to sell your tie-dye? What are some of the things that you need to do? What's most important for you right at this moment so you can sell your tie-dye? Okay, so let's have a look. It's not about whether you should sell it or not. It's about how you can. Because yes, you should sell it. Okay, Jamie, so let's have a look. You've got your tie-dye. Yes, you should sell it, but how can you sell it? What do you need to do to sell your tie-dye? So let's have a look. The first thing you need to do, interesting, you got Aphrodite. Okay, and straight away with the lovers, it's your connection. You've got to love what you do. First thing you got to think is, do you love working with your tie-dye? That's the first thing you need to go. Is it a chore? Don't make it a chore. Has to be about, yes, loving your tie-dye. That's the first thing you got to think about. The choices that you make. The decision is also about the choices that you make in regards to your tie-dyeing. That's going to be really important as well. The choices that you do. That's the first thing. Okay. Now I get temperance as well. Temperance is very impacty. You've got two goddesses here. Okay, you've got Aphrodite and you've got Balgu. Okay, with the temperance card, I get that sense of moderation, not being excessive, but being calm. Okay, you need to be very focused emotionally. I get the sense, don't let your emotions get the better of you in regards to your what you're doing. Okay, I'm just going to get a little bit more information because they're giving me two major arcana here. So tell us a little bit more about this. You know, what else can, I'm just going to give you one more card here. Oh, that's all right, Ultraviolet. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the chat. It's been fun. I've loved it. Okay, Jamie, let's have a look. What do you need to know about your tie-dye? I feel like I'm going to give you another card here because I feel like we're getting a little bit more. Oh, Jamie, have you checked out Ko-Fi? Because you can start off free. Doing posters, you know, like digital posters, promotions. So it looks like I'm getting to that stage where I'm just connecting constantly. Getting unstable. Oh, it feels like I'm very unstable. Whoops. I don't know if yeah, I know. So I know it's breaking up. Bugger. Oh, the weather is awful here. So check out Ko-Fi, that Canva, digital posters for promo all networks. Yeah. Also, Jamie, on Instagram, Facebook, however you want to go. I can't even spell today. Yeah, Ko-Fi. Ko-Fi is where you can sell. Okay, connect with me more on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X if you want to chat more about what you can do for promo. Because I've got some ideas that might help, but definitely it's about, yes, keep selling keep selling. And the reason why is because you will have a breakthrough. Okay, you will have a breakthrough. I feel like it's just taking time. Oh, you're on Facebook? Cool. Cool. Facebook, awesome. Okay, I think it's telling me I've got to go. You were the last one. So, yeah. Hopefully that helps. Definitely. Keep selling. It's all about the choices that you make in regards to your passion, your creativity. Definitely feels it's about that sense of making sure that you don't let your emotions get the better of you. Oh, you're welcome, Jamie. You're welcome. Okay, I've got to get going because I think it's telling me that it's time to get off, time to go. And I've been on for nearly 4 hours. So yeah, take care and thank you. Yeah, I do. I do need to take care of myself now. Okay, so that's it. Right, let's close this off. Yeah, that was definitely. Right, end stream.